On this episode of Inside the Blueprint, see how Cibao Meats, a third-generation family-owned deli meat manufacturing company, produces quality products and provides excellent service with their state-of-the-art equipment. Transforming landfills and brownfield to a productive renewable energy site is no easy task, but CEP Renewables does just that. Plus, we'll introduce you to Belladura, a family-owned company that's revolutionizing the design world of indoor and outdoor performance fabrics. And learn how Opus Advisory can help your company effectively control the cost of your employee benefits package. The majority of life's most important and special moments rotate around food, cooking with your family, sharing a meal with your friends, or making that first sandwich as a kid. And there's a company that's helped families to create these memories for more than 50 years.
My grandfather moved to the United States in 1967 with the aspirations of starting his own company. By 1969, he had his own company called Cibao Meat Products. And then by 1980, when my father and my uncle started to get into the business, as well as the second generation, he decided to incorporate it to the business it is known today, which is Cibao Meat Products.
This third-generation family-owned deli meat manufacturing company specializes in making quality products and providing excellence in service.
We make several products here, several brand names. We have the Salami Campesino, which was actually the very first salami in 1969. Next is our Salami Induveca, which is actually the #1 best-selling salami in the United States. It's in a netted casing. It's made with pork and beef and has a different flavor profile. We've also debuted a Jamoneta Campesino, which is like a Spanish-style luncheon loaf similar to a ham. The next is the Jalapeño, which is a salami made with jalapenos. The last one is the Cibao Longaniza. It's a 100% pork product with no soybean fillers or anything like that. It's actually a traditional Dominican staple, and that's what Cibao Meats is known for, a tradition of quality. It's actually our slogan that we started back in the 80s, Tradición de Calidad.
Today, I'm president of the National Supermarket Association. I've been in business for over 40 years with my family. I've known them since I was 10 years old, so that means that I've been dealing with Cibao Meats for a very long time. They have the best product and the best service that I could tell you.
With a great variety of salami, Cibao has found a perfect balance for a high-quality and delicious product.
Some of the benefits of purchasing our product: one, it's most of our products are fully cooked, which means it can be had straight out of the fridge cold, or you can pan fry it for a different flavor, or use it for any other dishes that you can mix with rice, pasta, etc. If it doesn't have our logo from the start, don't put it in your shopping cart.
With state-of-the-art technology, Cibao Meat has placed itself in the forefront of the deli meat manufacturing business.
We make all fresh products through the conveyor belts and the mixers and the brine tank. Everything's automated with a specific program, yielding a consistent product. With the new technology that we have, we're actually yielding at a much faster pace, with it being packaged, boxed, palletized, and then immediately sent into our warehouse, where the rotation, picking, and our distribution goes to the customers.
New technology has also helped companies like Cibao Meat elevate food safety practices and protocols.
Our hygiene measures are held at a high standard. We follow the USDA regulations and guidelines, such as the good manufacturing practices. For instance, if an employee has to step out of the production floor, he has to re-sanitize their boots as well, wash their hands, change their uniform before they can go back to work.
It's important to find a company that stands behind their work. That's why Cibao Meat provides customers one of the best products on the market.
We distribute our products daily with our own fleet of vehicles. Part of our production methods and a way of making sure that our quality is high is that we don't make any products without the orders already in. So we have a very short lead time. So most of our products, as soon as they're manufactured, are 7 days or less before they get into the stores and in your hands.
What I like most about Cibao is that they treat you like family. They don't treat you as a customer.
To find out more about Cibao Meat and where to obtain their products, go to cibaomeat.com. And of course, visit us at InsideTheBlueprint.com. Thomas Edison's light bulb was one of the first uses of electricity. Today, electricity is an indispensable part of modern life. As reported by the Center for Climate and Energy Solutions, renewable energy is the fastest growing source of electricity in the United States. Eco-conscious companies like CEP Renewables are spearheading the redevelopment of landfills and transforming unproductive and contaminated sites into productive renewable energy sites.
CEP has evolved at a juggernaut pace into a contemporary renewable energy company specializing not only in greenfield development, but also in landfill, brownfield, areas of historic fill, dual-purpose solar, floating solar, in the most challenging circumstances given the regulatory issues that exist as of today. We have several very difficult projects we've done in the past several years. The New Road solar farm in South Brunswick was a real challenge. It was one of the larger landfills upon which solar panels have been erected. That job was successfully completed. We are well suited, well positioned to continue this kind of work today and well into the future.
What are some of the most challenging aspects of remediating contaminated properties such as landfills?
Landfills have a host of regulatory requirements that we need to get through in order to get from the point of project inception to interconnection. We have to work with various state, local, regional agencies, and CEP is uniquely positioned to do that, to get through the regulatory permitting process, particularly in the case of landfills. Landfills also have structural challenges, they have geotechnical challenges, they have civil engineering design challenges, and there's liability associated with the landfills. Oftentimes the landfills are abandoned properties, so clearing title can be an issue. CEP has been successful at doing that and has developed a team that has an expert capability in tackling all of those challenging issues.
What are the benefits of redeveloping landfills?
Solar is actually the highest and best use for those properties. They are often not appropriate for other forms of traditional development like residential, commercial, warehouse, particularly in light of some of the structural and geotechnical issues associated with landfills. Landfills are often municipally owned, or they are properties that have been abandoned by private property owners and have not been generating tax revenue, either because they are municipally owned or because they've been abandoned by their former third-party owners 30 or 40 years ago. So they're basically unproductive properties that are not generating tax revenue for the local municipality. And CEP uses the redevelopment process, the statutory redevelopment process in New Jersey, to make these projects transform from barren, unproductive assets to tax-producing, revenue-producing assets that are good for the local municipality, the local economy, and the state of New Jersey by way of producing green energy.
With an experienced team of professionals who specialize in revitalizing contaminated properties, CEP is currently developing the largest solar landfill in North America.
Mount Olive is a very exciting project for us. Actually, when it's complete, it's going to be the largest solar landfill redevelopment on a US EPA Superfund site in the country. It's going to be a 26.5 megawatt solar facility on about 100 acres. We've worked very closely with the US EPA and the NJDEP, and we've entered into a program where everybody benefits by virtue of the redevelopment.
CEP deploys capital where it's needed and takes the risks necessary to ensure that projects move from concept to design to completion.
CEP is really unique because it generally takes on the most difficult sites in the state of New Jersey, sites that a lot of times have been passed over by other forms of development, sites that are very challenging from an environmental perspective. But by doing that, CEP is able to offer a product that produces green energy, that advances the state's renewable energy goals, that supports the local economy, that produces jobs, and oftentimes takes properties that have been unproductive and fallow for many years and creates a productive asset for the local municipalities.
To find out more about how CEP Renewables is reducing carbon emissions and enhancing the quality of life for generations, visit ceprenewables.com. And of course, visit us at InsideTheBlueprint.com. Textiles have come a long way. The textile industry is continuously changing and improving. Today, we're visiting a family-owned company who's gone above and beyond in developing fabrics.
So Suavel started in the mid-'60s, actually, first selling drapery products. And since then, we have been a family company, family first. 2 years ago, we bought Belladura, and we bought it for many reasons, but primarily is to have a made in the USA story, domestic manufacturing, and then also to enter the performance fabric marketplace. Having a made in the USA story gives us control over delivery, lead times, and primarily service.
The performance capabilities are inherent due to the use of proprietary yarn.
Designing and weaving with the proprietary yarn has a number of benefits. One being the peace of mind that I have knowing whatever specs I need to meet for a particular project, the fabric and yarn itself is going to be able to meet those performance standards. Another benefit of working with a proprietary yarn that is solution-based is we can take that solution and create, whatever types of yarns we feel like we need to weave with that are all going to share the same performance characteristics.
The fascinating discoveries they're making in the textile world and the award-winning Belladura Fabrics breakthroughs are leading the way.
Belladura is a solution-dyed product where all the yarns are not only dyed topically, but it's actually dyed from the core of it. So it retains all its color, it's UV resistant. Belladura is an inert fiber where all the chemicals and all the water and moisture does not penetrate, so it makes it a microbe-resistant fiber.
So most of our fabric is used for upholstery, cushions, and pillows. It can be used indoors, outdoors, office furniture, auditorium seating, healthcare, and the cruise industry as well.
What we love about Belladura Fabrics is that it meets our goals here at Momentum. We love to offer products to our customers that are both performance-driven and have a sustainability story.
With all of these performance attributes, it's no wonder that Belladura is the only Made in America brand that's IMO and MED certified.
IMO MED stands for the International Maritime Organization, which is really the marine industry benchmark for safe, durable, and safe fabrics to be used on cruise ships, boats, yachts. US Coast Guard also uses the same benchmark, and our product is fully compliant.
The limitless amount of colors and designs of Belladura dispels the myth that earth-friendly and high-performance fabrics have to be drab.
Our Belladura collections are typically anywhere between 25 and 60 patterns. We want to come out with product that's timely for right now, but we also want to be forward-looking. We think of ourselves as design leaders. We're also always working directly with our customers to collaborate with them to bring their ideas to life and create product that represents their brand.
Sustainability is an important issue, and Belladura found a way to be fully recyclable in an industry that's known for creating a lot of waste.
Belladura is not only a beautiful fabric, but it is made in a very smart and good way, which is good for the environment. It has a limited carbon footprint, and it's produced in a circular economy to make sure we're not putting anything back into the landfill. Belladura is LEED certified silver, which is recognized globally, and the United States Green Building Council for one of the most efficient and environmentally friendly operations.
To find out more about Belladura, visit bella-dura.com. And of course, visit us at InsideTheBlueprint.com. For decades, employers have competed for the best talent available by utilizing a variety of different offerings and strategies. It's never been more difficult to balance the importance of including a generous benefit package that addresses the needs of a diverse workforce with the rising costs of benefits.
For today's workers, a job is more than just a salary. People are looking at culture, values, and work-life balance as well. If you want your benefits to stand out, you need to be focused on things like curing burnout and improving work-life balance. So what a lot of companies have done recently is they've enhanced their mental health offerings, and they've invested in a variety of different virtual employee wellness and well-being perks.
All indications suggest employee benefits are undergoing a transformational change. What used to be considered a standard benefits package 10 years ago, in many instances, does not address an employee's current needs today.
What they're really trying to understand is what the impact of the pandemic has done to them. So it's changed their viewpoints a lot in terms of what's important and how they, kind of look at the entire package. But as employees, again, have gotten more educated, they understand that the benefits package is a really important aspect for them, and understanding what goes into it, how we individualize it, how we make it unique for that company, for that industry, for their region, to make them be the employer of choice and keep their employees happy. It really works hand in hand, and you can only do that by working really closely with them and digging into the data, digging into the analytics, and really doing those kinds of analysis of what's going on within their population.
Premiums for health insurance coverage have increased by a staggering 54% over the last decade. Unfortunately for many employers, there's no end in sight to this trend. That's because most of them believe healthcare costs cannot be effectively controlled, at least not without reducing benefits. That is not the case for mid-market clients consulted by Opus Advisory.
Most employers think the healthcare system is broken. Costs are increasing at an alarming rate every single year, and even though they have no idea why, they've accepted it because that's what their broker has sold them. Most of the time when we speak with a new employer for the first time, they have no idea that when their health insurance costs increase, their broker's compensation does as well. So our philosophy is different. We advocate for our clients. Those are Opus partners.
Maybe you're wondering, what is the difference between a benefits broker and an Opus employee benefit consultant?
We look at a benefits broker, and typically when you think about them, you have somebody that comes in 2 to 3 months before the renewal, really comes in and just sells the renewal itself. If it's a 15% increase from the carrier, they pat themselves on the back because they were able to get it down to maybe 8%. And then they do some cost shifting that really just means they're pushing more cost onto the employees by contributions, co-pays, or deductible increases. At Opus, we look at that and we say, here's an opportunity for us to really illuminate that black box and say, here is all the different cost-saving measures that we can put in place that have minimal impact on your employees, that can give us the biggest bang for the buck, and that can position you for future success.
By employing a diverse group of individuals from carrier, brokerage, and underwriting backgrounds, Opus Advisory has helped their clients save money each year.
We have employees from a lot of different disciplines and specialties. And from an experience perspective, we have folks that have worked at some of the largest national brokerage firms in the country, as well as former carrier representatives, which uniquely provides us a look behind the curtain on the other side of the fence. Whenever we take on a new client for the first time, we take them through our process, which involves pulling the healthcare plan apart by component and identifying margins. One example is pharmacy. We typically will save a new client anywhere from 25 to 40% in their pharmacy costs just by identifying different margins that are not being shared with them today.
This boutique-style approach has made renewal meetings the easiest meeting of the year.
I believe that the differentiator with Opus is the experience, the attention to detail, and the interest that we take in actually finding out what is driving healthcare costs up for that particular client. We do not believe that the status quo is a sustainable way to go about managing healthcare costs, and that's why our clients are experiencing much lower trends than most of the rest of our competitors.
To learn more about how Opus Advisory helps mid-market companies by providing a proactive and analytical approach to employee benefits, visit opusadvisory.com. And of course, visit us at InsideTheBlueprint.com. We're living in a digital age, and it's time companies start improving their workflow. We'll take a look at companies that are helping to digitize the workplace to unlock productivity and expand your digital footprint.
It's clear we're in an unprecedented time right now. All businesses are thinking through the future of work. For those that are successful in the pivot to the future of work, will be the ones that not only survive in this unique time, but will thrive. You know, for most companies today, they weren't ready for the shift to a full remote workforce. So you need to create digital workflows so that anyone working anywhere has a way to productively and quickly do their job. One of the challenges with a millennial workforce is they're very, very accustomed to working with applications. So those applications are very user-friendly, very interconnected. So right now, the best chance of success is moving that into the workplace.
Jeff Giovinazzo developed Pathways Consulting Group to help enterprises all over the country invest in the best digital transformations. Because of their partnership with ServiceNow, Pathways is at the forefront of digital transformation.
I worked at a lot of software companies, good software companies, but I was frustrated by the way they treated their customers. I started Pathways because I believe customers deserve the successful outcomes they signed up for, along with excellent customer service along the way.
ServiceNow is a platform that was created to help enterprises automate their work so that employees are able to work seamlessly through the digital landscape.
So we think of workflow as a verb, right? You can workflow anything. So ServiceNow and what we've been able to do even during current events, it's all about the workflow, right? It's automating workflow, digitizing the work environment to create a better experience for your customers and your employees. ServiceNow has become the standard platform for large enterprises around the globe. If you look at the Global 2000, today, about 51% of the Global 2000s operate on ServiceNow and have created it as a standard within their organization across all lines of business.
Let Pathways and ServiceNow help your company work smarter and faster.
We're very excited about our partnership with ServiceNow. It's what we do, it's all we do. We've spent over 10 years perfecting a methodology to help clients maximize that investment in ServiceNow.
When we think about the future of work, we think about delivering great customer outcomes. We think about delivering great customer experiences. We do that by leveraging our broad ecosystem across all industries and all departments within an enterprise. Our mission is to make the world of work better for people. And if you think about that, 10 years ago, IT was a support function within the business. IT now is the business. Companies need to digitally transform, and the only way to do that is to be able to create great experiences and great outcomes for their customers and their employees. Our partnership with Pathways goes back 10 years to when we were just an ITSM company, and has evolved over the years where they're now delivering successful deployments across the platform, across industry. They also have a customer satisfaction rating 5 out of 5, which is unprecedented.
To learn more about Pathways Consulting, visit their website, pathwayscg.com, or watch this segment again on InsideTheBlueprint.com. Today, electronic manufacturing takes on a whole new level in New Jersey. With increased technology, it's time to bring big manufacturing back to the U.S.
In the electronics manufacturing industry, the common misconception is that you need to go to the Asian market for cost-effective manufacturing. But with the advancements in 21st century technology, you're able to keep domestic manufacturing in the United States using faster equipment, faster throughput, which allows you to increase efficiencies in your factory.
Precision Graphics is a full-service electronic manufacturer that provides personalized solutions for both small and large companies.
So my grandfather founded Precision Graphics in 1971, and we've been producing electronics ever since that time. When he founded it, the idea was we were going to design and build electronics for other companies. That idea's evolved from when we went to building small runs to mass production. What started as us just building parking meters for people has grown now to producing assemblies for every kind of industry imaginable: medical, industrial, power, telecommunications, consumer electronics, and we all do it here in the United States.
When it comes to electronic manufacturing, it's all about the technology.
One of the things that our customers really appreciate is we literally treat them as a partner in the business. There is a misconception in the industry that if you choose to go to offshore with your manufacturing, you're automatically going to see potentially better pricing. It really comes down to the time it takes to build a board. Then our ability to build that PC board in a specific time frame is equal to anything around the world. So it really makes us as competitive.
We have machines that can literally place parts the size of a grain of peppers, a flake of salt, You can place 60,000 of those per hour on circuit boards, and we have 4 of those production lines here in New Jersey.
Building lasting client relationships is important to Precision Graphics.
We've been with companies, from startup till, now there's 25 years we've been involved with them. So that's a huge thing. A lot of customers have their own designs and their own engineers, and then they come to us for the manufacturing. We offer, design for manufacturing, DFM. We help them get through the process of making sure that it's done correctly. We care about our customers. We care about their growth. If they succeed, we succeed.
For over 45 years, Precision Graphics has seen multiple generations grow through the company.
One of the best parts about being a small family-owned business is that you truly grow up in the business. There's multiple people that work here today that grew up in the business, that came to our company picnics as they were children with their parents, and now they work here as adults and their parents still work here and their kids are now working here. It allows you to feel like you're just at one place. You're at home the entire time you're here at the business. A lot of our customers are small operators. They're bringing a technology to the market that maybe doesn't exist yet, or it's a cutting-edge technology. Some of the big giant Fortune 500 guys, they get lost in the mix and they can become a small operation. No one really cares about them. The beauty of Precision Graphics is we have that small family feel. You're not getting lost, you're not being felt like you're one of these tiny operators, but you're truly a perfect fit no matter the size of your company.
To learn more about Precision Graphics, visit their website, precisiongraphics.us, or watch this segment again on InsideTheBlueprint.com. Thanks for watching Inside the Blueprint. For more information on any of the products you saw today, or to find out how to become part of the show, please visit InsideTheBlueprint.com.